Our journey really begins in Utah. So here we have Coffee Brand Coffee LLC. Now, Coffee Brand Coffee LLC, if you look at here, the formation date, which is April 14, 2022. And then if you scroll down here, look who the manager is. It's Jeremy Hambley. Now, of course, we redacted his address because that is a residential address. It's not a commercial address. But he is listed as the manager. Here you have Crook Legal Group. So this is the registered agent. So if you wanted to like sue Coffee Brand Coffee, or you wanted to serve them with legal documents, this is who you would go to. This is public information, by the way. And then, of course, we look at the bottom here. This is the physical address. So this is where the business is actually supposed to be taking place. And so this is a public address. This is a business address. So we're not doxing anybody. This isn't an individual. This is a company. It's a corporation. So my thing is, why is it out of Utah? Now, of course, that's where Mill Creek Coffee Roasters was. So it's heavily speculated that that was Jeremy's original coffee manufacturer. But I wanted to give Jeremy the benefit of the doubt because maybe he's switched from Mill Creek Coffee Roasters to a different firm, or he has an actual coffee factory. So if you go to, Utah, and you go to the government website and you look around, it's the Utah Department of Agriculture and Food. So they're the ones that issue licenses for food processing, food manufacturing. So what I did was I reached out to the deputy commissioner of the Utah Department of Agriculture and Food, and I emailed them. And I said, hey, I'm requesting assistance to try and locate documentation for a food business called Coffee Brand Coffee. And, of course, the deputy commissioner here, Amber Brown, was gracious enough to respond to my request for public information. And she said, this manufacturer does not appear to be registered with the department under our food manufacturing program. So there is no Coffee Brand Coffee factory in Utah. Now, if we go back to the LLC, it says, well, of course it's not in Utah. The physical address says it's in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Well, if you actually pull up that address into Google here, it's actually a virtual mailbox. So it is not a coffee factory. It's not an industrial park. It's not even a coffee shop. It is a virtual mailbox out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So another dead end, guys. Not looking good. So let's go to the State of Wisconsin Department of Agriculture, Trade, and Consumer Protection. So this department, very long name, this is the department that handles like the food manufacturing as well as many, many other things. As you can see on their website here, it's everything from campgrounds to butter, Christmas tree grower license, dairy and elk, but what we're really interested in is food processing plant license. So let's go into the food, dairy, and retail food licenses page. And if we go to the list here, so this is Wisconsin Department of Agriculture, Trade, and Consumer Protection, and we go to the registries and lists. And if we go down right here where it says under food and recreational safety, we can pull up the food processing plant information, which is our next tab. So you go to food processing plant license holders. So if Coffee Brand Coffee is a real business, and if it's a real coffee factory in Wisconsin, it's going to be on this list. So let's get the PDF, shall we? So here we have it, guys. This is the food processing plant licensing holders. Now, these are all business addresses with business names and stuff. There's no personal information on here. This is all public information, guys. So it's 95 pages, and this is everything from giant factories all the way down to your local butcher shop. So let's just do a little Control F search here, and let's type in coffee. So with Control F coffee, there's 83 results. Now, so for example, the first search that comes up here, it's Torque Coffee Company Incorporated at 3455 Payne Avenue, Sheboygan, Wisconsin. So if we look that up, as you can see, guys, it's like a coffee factory in like an industrial park. So let's go to the next one just for demonstrative purposes here. So this is Door County Coffee and Tea Company. It's at 5773 State Highway 42, Sturgeon Bay, Wisconsin. So let's pull that one up. Oh, it's like a roadside thing. It's like clearly a commercial thing, but smaller. So let's try another one just for the sake of, and we also have P.O. boxes in here too. So that's not a real address. So let's go to this one. It's Estes Vu Pretz Coffee Company LLC, and it's at 1250 East Washington Avenue, Madison, Wisconsin. So if we pull that one up, look at this. It's a very small coffee shop. So the reason why I say this is there's everything from giant industrial firms to kind of bigger sized commercial firms, all the way down to your local coffee shop. So, Jeremy can't say, "Oh, well, I run a small operation, it wouldn't be on there." No, it's all sizes of coffee shop, all right? So, if we go through this whole list, it's 83 firms. If we do Control F and go coffee brand, 0 results. So there's 0 results for coffee brand. Now you say, okay, well, let's try the address. So if we go back to the Utah LLC, well, according to Coffee Brand Coffee LLC government paperwork, the physical address of the coffee factory is 1433 North Water Street, Suite 400, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So let's go ahead and plug that address. Into our search here. Oh, would you look at that? There's no food processing plant license holders at that address. So, and if you search every other address, there is no coffee factory. So there's no coffee factory in Utah. We've confirmed that with the deputy commissioner over in Utah. And then per Wisconsin Department of Trade, per the state of Wisconsin, Department of Agriculture, Trade, and Consumer Protection, according to the food processing plant license holders list, which is very extensive and 95 pages long, Coffee Brand Coffee doesn't exist in Wisconsin. So just for a further nail in the coffin here, I emailed Coffee Brand Coffee, and I was a little bit sneaky, and I said, I'm thinking about buying some coffee. Where in the United States is it shipped from? And of course, somebody responded, and they said, our coffees are shipped from Phoenix, Arizona. And it's funny because the automated thing says it's from Angel, but then I later got a survey for how would you rate the help Maggie gave you. So this is the infamous Maggie. This is the employee that Jeremy fired so that he could, buy a RC car track. And he unceremoniously fired this woman right before Christmas. And I requested 2 updates. I said, hello, is it roasted in Arizona as well? And then I emailed again, hello, can you tell me where the coffee is roasted? And then I received no response. So if there was any doubt that there's some Coffee Brand Coffee factory out there somewhere, there's absolutely no Coffee Brand Coffee factory in either Utah or Wisconsin. So, I don't know what Jeremy's talking about when he says that it's a family business, that he has a coffee roaster, this and that. He doesn't. So what does he have? That's the big question. I don't think that Coffee Brand Coffee is drop-shipped coffee. If we go back to this video, and this is from March of 2025, in this video, Jeremy admits that he spent $300,000 on Coffee Brand Coffee, and then he put $80,000 on a credit card. Now, this $300,000 I was able to locate, so he's kind of telling the truth here. This $300,000, this was a home equity line of credit, so basically a second mortgage on his house. So he put out a second mortgage on his house, effectively, for Coffee Brand Coffee in February of 2025. So in March of 2025, this is where he publicly reveals that he's $300,000 in debt. And then he also says, I put $80,000 down on a credit card. Now, $80,000 on a credit card is really high. So what I did was, again, with Wisconsin Public Records, I went to the UCC lien website in Wisconsin, and you type in Jeremy Hambley's name and also Coffee Brand Coffee LLC. There's no commercial loans around that time. So he's probably correct when he says that he put it down on a credit card. It's just insane to me that Mr. Hambley, Jeremy Hambley, the quartering, the quarter pounder, the ham planet, he would go $380,000 in debt over Coffee Brand Coffee, but that's just how he operates as a businessman. And I think that we've adequately demonstrated using public search tools that there is no coffee factory in Utah or in his home state of Wisconsin where he lives and where he operates his business from, according to the business records. So I would say to Jeremy Hambley and to Coffee Brand Coffee, tell me the name of the coffee company. Send me an email with the food processing plant license or the food manufacturing license, and then we can put this all to bed. where your coffee factory actually is.